Peace, family. I got a few issues I want to talk about as far as our mayor is concerned. Um, I'm not going to say her name. She's a black mayor. Well, she's the mayor of Baltimore City. And she's been in office now for just a few months. She just got elected. And the first thing she did really that was shocking to me was she tried to cancel the Martin Luther King Day parade. And that parade has been going on in our city for over 2 decades now. And the parade was really special to the people. You know, not only the people, citizens from Baltimore City would attend that parade, but you had a lot of people from outside of the city that would come. I have seen people at that parade from D.C. You know, I got a lot of family in Washington, D.C., got much love for the people in D.C. And they would come to the Martin Luther King Day parade. But she had this bright idea to want to, make some changes and cancel the parade. And I'm going to let you watch this news clip.
Baltimore City Mayor Catherine Pugh announces a big change in how the city celebrates Martin Luther King Jr. Day. The new plan, ending the annual parade that's been held for nearly 2 decades. WJZ is live. George Sola speaking with the mayor tonight about what she's proposing. George?
Good evening, Mary. Certainly a topic that's had a lot of people react, and the mayor calling for a day of service to honor Dr. King instead. As for the festivities, well, they're not going away entirely. For the last 17 years, it's been a Baltimore tradition. The annual Martin Luther King Jr. Day Parade honoring the life and legacy of the civil rights leader. Celebration also bringing out the masses on MLK Boulevard.
It's great to see so many people.
I just love everything about it. The people, the atmosphere, the marching bands.
All this likely coming to an end in 2018. Mayor Catherine Pugh calling for a change in how Baltimore honors Dr. King's legacy moving forward, trading out some of the sights and sounds with a day of service instead.
We thought about what Martin Luther King Jr. would want us to do on this particular day, and that is he was a man of service, he was a man of God, he wanted to share with other people.
Many just finding out about this plausible change to the event have mixed reactions thus far.
As long as we honor him, I think that'll work. That works.
Why not keep it the same way? I think Baltimore is the kind of city, they sort of like tradition, they like what they recognize.
The mayor, however, not cutting out all that's familiar. A battle of the marching band will now be hosted at Morgan State University following the day of service. While critics argue the change may not please a majority of the public, a chance to remind people about Dr. King's message of equality and helping others could do more to honor his legacy. Now, the mayor's office says we can expect more info about the day of service in the coming days. Live in Baltimore tonight, George Solis reported for WJZ.
George, thank you.
Yeah, well, she said we thought about what Dr. King would want, and I'm just trying to figure out who is the we. I mean, I thought you're supposed to, consult with the city first, because this came out of the clear blue. I just turned on the news one day and they said the mayor was canceling the Martin Luther King Day parade. Was no warning, and she just got in the office. So I don't understand that. But I gotta let you guys know that they signed a petition, and it was enough people it was enough signatures for her to go ahead with the parade. So she's not going to cancel it, but I'm just thinking, what was on her mind? Why would she want to cancel the Martin Luther King Day parade? I don't know, man. And there was another issue, man. There was one other thing that goes on in Baltimore City that's real popular, right? But it's geared to some other kind of people. It has nothing to do with black people, really. And I'm going to let you see this news clip, man, and then I'm going to come back in a minute and talk about this situation.
And with a jewel like this,
the second jewel in the Triple Crown, it's all the more reason why we should be investing in this community.
All right, can we move on now to, we've made the news, so now we're going to go for the superficial.
Yes.
You really look gorgeous.
Thank you.
You're a big fashionista always.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about your outfit.
Well, the dress is at least a year old, but the hat by Christine Moore, and she, as she would say, she didn't meet me, but she had looked at pictures of me, so she drew and sent down a concept for me, and we did a little tweaking, and this was unveiled to me this morning, and I think it fits perfectly with the dress.
I love it.
Did you say
Let's
unveiled
get
it this
the-
morning?
Yes. What do you think?
You look gorgeous. You look lovely. From head to toe,
Head to
I mean, you are working it.
Thank
All
you.
right?
Thank you.
You look good.
But you're kind of working it, 365, so, but.
Right.
You always look very, I mean, she's always a 10.
Well, we appreciate you coming and talking to us. Have a wonderful Preakness.
Thank you.
And very quickly, I want to say, just back to the politics of this all. You certainly don't want to be the mayor of this town who let the Preakness go.
Well, everybody knows that I work hard on behalf of Baltimore, and I'll continue to work hard. I'm having conversations with the governor and with those who are interested in economic generation in this area, and we're going to fight very hard to make sure that we keep it here.
Well, there you have it, family. That woman told her, you really don't want to be the mayor of Baltimore City if you let the Preakness go. And she most certainly ain't going to let that Preakness go. But she will bring an end to the Martin Luther King Jr. parade go. And I don't think that's right. Dr. Martin Luther King, and as you can see from the first video, blacks and white people attended that Martin Luther King Day parade. So that parade was important to a lot of people. But I guess since that parade goes down Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, and the area basically that it travels through, it's like a low-income neighborhood. If you go from the top of Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, from the top up by the state office building all the way down to get to down by Washington Boulevard, that's like a low-income areas down there. So she had no problem trying to cancel that. But she gonna do everything in her power to look out for them horses. To make sure them horses run around the circle. And she put on that big pretty pumpkin seed hat. I'm just not understanding this, man. And I got one other thing I want to talk about with her. Is a few months ago, the citizens was trying to get the minimum wage to go up to $15. And, a lot of citizens in Baltimore City was kind of happy about that. So, I guess it just fell in her lap. I guess she was the one that had the final say-so on minimum wage going up to $15 an hour. And here's the news clip so y'all can hear what she had to say about the minimum wage going up to $15 an hour.
In a move that came as a surprise to some, Mayor Catherine Pugh says she will veto a bill to eventually raise the minimum wage in Baltimore to $15 an hour. WJZ is live at City Hall right now. George Solis on more on why she shot it down and what happens now. George?
Yeah, it's a decision the mayor says she did not make lightly, but after consulting with a number of stakeholders and small businesses, she's ultimately going with the state's lead when it comes to the city's minimum wage.
So I am vetoing this bill.
The fight for 15 comes to a close, at least for now, as Baltimore City Mayor Catherine Pugh announces she will not sign off on the measure to increase the city's minimum wage to $15 an hour by the year 2022.
The economic impact that I think that this has on the city, making us the hole in the donut, it is not appropriate at this time that I would sign this bill.
Adding that she believes the best course of action is to follow the state's lead which calls for a minimum wage increase of $10.10 by 2018.
We deserve it, and damn it, we work hard.
The decision, however, a major blow to those pushing for the bill, especially after the city voted to approve the measure 11-3 earlier this week.
We object. We object that this bill, which gave us such an opportunity to make a real difference, has been put on the shelf through a veto. That could have been businesses moving into our district. There could have been more jobs in our district that people could work to.
The question now becomes whether city council members who initially supported the push will vote to override the veto.
We haven't been counting override votes. We've been hoping that the mayor would join with us.
The mayor says at this point it was a decision made with the interest of the people of this city in mind.
I'm just concerned that I must do what is right by the citizens of Baltimore as its chief executive officer.
Wow, I don't understand that. So the citizens of Baltimore will not be getting a minimum wage increase. But I got something else I want to share with y'all. Since the citizens can't get a minimum wage, look at the elected officials. See what happens with them.
More elected officials set to receive an automatic pay increase at the beginning of the new year. The raise is expected to be talked about during a scheduled meeting today with Mayor Pugh, one of those who will receive a raise on January 1st. Her salary would increase from about $176,000 up to more than $180,000. The raise is part of a law that passed in 2007 ensuring a 2.5% pay increase for elected officials.
Well, there you have it, fam. The citizens won't get a minimum wage increase, but they will get a raise. And she will be the first one to get the raise, as you heard on that news clip. Now, I think it's sad, man. I don't know, man. I think we in for some terrible times with this mayor that we have in now. So, next time something come up, man, I guess I'll make another video on it. Peace out, man. Talk to y'all later, man. Wish the citizens of Baltimore some luck. Peace, man.